Good morning, day 59. There are whippoorwills singing outside my tent. They might be too far away for you to hear them, but they're there. Good morning. Slept really good last night. Moving up the 0.4 miles on the trail was really the right decision to do under the circumstances. Unfortunately, my feet are hurting first thing out on the trail this morning. It only took maybe 0.2 of a mile and I was feeling my heels again. Also, unfortunately, I've got more rocks today. So, there's not a whole lot I can do. The only thing I can say is that I looked at the weather again last night, and Friday, the day that I'm supposed to do McAfee Knob, is now 100% chance of rain with thunderstorms in the afternoon, which is right about when I would hit McAfee Knob. So that combined with the fact that my feet are hurting, I think I might look into taking a shuttle from Catawba, from Four Pines Hostel to Salem, Virginia, which is just outside of Roanoke. It's only about 20 minutes away. And I know I just took a 0, but I think the combination of those two factors probably justifies another one. Plus, I'm a little behind on my vlogs since the trail has gotten me moving a little bit slower. And I've been getting to camp late at night. So there's the third reason. So, Four Pines Hostel is where my next resupply box is. And it's just not the arrangement that I want to be staying especially taking a 0 at. They don't have any private rooms. They don't have any food there. They'll shuttle you into a small convenience store. So, I think I'm going to try and go into Salem. That's the plan. But honestly, when I pulled the weather this morning, the Saturday is not going to be as nice. Well, actually, Saturday's going to be okay, depending on what forecast you pull. So then Sunday and Monday are now rain. So I kind of knew that. The forecast wasn't really showing that before, but it's been like on and off. So it's not going to be ideal, but I still think it's probably the best solution. So at some point today, I got to start calling around for shuttles and getting that lined up. Excuse me. Okay, let's enjoy the day. Hi, come here. You know me. You know me. Really? He's just protecting you. He's starting to say, this whole land is my turf.
I don't think he'd really do anything, but it's just funny because he just started it.
I don't know. Dogs are funny like that. It was certainly like I'm growling at you, but I really don't mean it. Yeah. Huh. Peanut butter for breakfast.
Yeah, every morning. And trying mayonnaise. I had some mayonnaise.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, we're going to try something new.
This is what I'm talking about. Early morning rocks. You don't get to see everything like this if you're not out hiking at this hour. Oh, this makes getting up at 4:30 every day worth it. Every day. For just a day like today. This is looking back from where I came, up to the right of those power lines. Probably somewhere right behind all of those dogwoods. Oh yeah, over here you can see the trail a little bit now. It's the green swath coming down off through the pasture from the upper forested area. Right there. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at the size of this tree. Look at that. It's right behind me. So this is Kaffir oak. It is the largest tree along the Appalachian Trail, and it is estimated to be 300 years old. 300. This kid's been around the block a few times. Hi. Hi there. Aren't you beautiful? Look at you. Come here. Come here. No. That one started following me. So it's been a beautiful morning. Lovely walking through pastures. The climb up was really not so bad. I think I got some good rest yesterday, so I felt energized. It also really helped that I heard from a friend from California, and she gave me this huge pick-me-up. So I got a little spring in my step this morning. And nice climb up with stone steps a lot of the way. Not too difficult, at least it didn't feel like it was. Not too long. And I'm back on the ridge now. Another ridge. So we know now what happens on ridges. They're never just nice and smooth trail for the whole way, though right now it is. And I do also know that ridges now come with a lack of water. So there is a shelter coming up, and there's some comments on Far Out under the shelter heading that there might be a spring on the trail about 5 miles after the shelter. The shelter's only in 1.7 miles, I think. So I still have lots of water. I haven't been really drinking much this morning, though. Kind of fallen off my little routine. I was trying to get into the habit of drinking every half a mile. So I have a lot of water still. I need to start drinking. Once I get to that spring, I think I'll camel up there and really start to hone in on the drinking. There's been water down below where I've been, but there's lots of cows grazing around, and it's probably not the best water, though I've drank water with cows standing in it before on the Arizona Trail, so it's not like a sin for me to drink that water, but I just didn't need any when I was down there, so we're gonna just see what happens up here. Making some good miles pretty early today. I'm pretty pleased with that, so we'll see how it goes as far as how far I go today. And had to deal with a few things that came up in the family, so I haven't had much time to figure out the whole thing with getting to Salem. So I've got to get a shuttle and book a room, and then I'll be all set for that piece. And as we get closer to that, I'll check the weather again, see if there's any changes. You know, just step by step, try and figure it all out. All right, we're gonna walk, enjoy this walk, pick up the pace a little bit until the rocks come. Nice little view from the lookout off the side of the trail. Looks like we'll be crossing some power lines again, and then we've got a little bit of a climb. Okay, we're at a place called Bruiser's Knob, and there are all of these little piles of rocks. You can see one just a little bit further down this way, and then there's another one down over there, kind of behind that tree. So there's all kinds of weird theories about what these rocks represent. Some people say aliens deposited them here. Others say that they're remnants of an old glacial moraine. But probably the most logical explanation is that ancient farmers, here's the other one, used them. Here's another one up here, coming up on it. behind that tree. There's a little one further off in the distance too. I don't know if I can see it here. Yeah, there you go. Right by my hat there. There's another one up there. So, not really sure exactly what their purpose is. I would say that ancient farmers probably put them here for some reason. But boy, is there a slew of them. 2 more right here. Another one coming up. Right in there. I guess it'll remain a mystery. We also have another cool feature coming up here. One of those pile of rocks. This one is really perfect. So ordinarily you would call these cairns, but they're kind of like all over the place in here, so I really don't think that's what they are. Bruin's Knob. So I just stopped for a little bit of a lunch break. So the rockiness of this ridge is going to be a little different. So I'm kind of excited. It's going to be slow, but it's going to be fun. My kind of rocks. Looking forward to it. Little tree. It kind of looks like a bonsai tree. were a droplet of water, would I want to go to the Gulf of Mexico or to the Atlantic Ocean? That's a tough decision. Guess I'm pretty glad it's one I don't have to make today. Well, after the third day in a row of playing this game, I've decided to take a different approach. Just gonna mix things up a little bit, right? So I'm doing exactly what I said I hate doing. I am carrying 2.5 liters of water. No, it doesn't sound like much, but for me it's a lot. And that will give me enough water for dinner tonight. It's the afternoon now. It's about 3 o'clock. And I am going to carry this water for 5 miles instead of pushing myself to go 3 additional miles to a shelter. That would mean a 22-mile day. So instead, I'm just going to go 18 or whenever I feel like I've had enough and something good shows up. So that's the different approach. Things start to really ache or I find a nice campsite sooner, I'm just pulling over. That's gonna, if I get to 18 miles today, I will have 10 miles tomorrow. I have officially sealed a reservation for a hotel in Salem, so I will definitely be taking another 0 to wait out the weather so I can have a better weather window for McAfee Knob. Hopefully it'll work out because Saturday is now becoming a little questionable as well, but hopefully it'll change and that weather will move out and it will be a nice day. We'll see. It's just the cards I have to play with, and there's not much else I can do. I'm trying to make the best of it. If the weather still doesn't work, I'll at least be able to rest my body a little bit, recover from whatever damage I've done into my heels, and I'll also be able to catch up on the vlogging, which would just eat me alive if I didn't get that caught up. So it's all gonna be good anyways, and besides, why not? I have all the time in the world. What's the big hurry? Okay, 5 miles. Here we go. I read about this glorious bench up here. I didn't know how special it would be until I got here. I'm on the ridge. We're almost there. Couple of more miles. Well, I made it. This is my campsite. It's 5:10. I say that's pretty darn close to 5 o'clock as you can get. There's a couple other sites here. And a little fire pit over here that I won't be using. And a nice view for the sunset. Love a good sunset. So happy I made it here early. This is my third hard day in a row. But now that I've gotten through it, I actually do feel like I'm getting stronger. I just need to stop having to have the need to nurse some injuries. Hopefully, I'll just keep trying, keep at it, keep trying to do some bigger miles and then fall back and then do some bigger miles. All right, time to set up camp and get to bed early. All right, evening narration take 2. My head got cut off through the whole last one. I thought I had it all set up perfectly. Anyhow, we'll do a little bit something different this time to keep my interest in repeating this. So here's my little tent site for the night. Here is where the sun is going to be setting. It's going to be a nice night. I'm super psyched I got here early. Gonna fix up some dinner and then just relax. It's been a pretty big, hefty last 3 days with a 20.5 and then 2 18s. Today was almost 19. Puts me at having to do 10 miles tomorrow into Four Pines Hostel. And then I just need to figure out a shuttle down into Salem, Virginia, which is right by Roanoke. I'm all squared away with my hotel nights there and just got to figure out a shuttle provider. There's a couple on Far Out that I am hoping can do the deed. The body is holding up pretty good. Today was a pretty good day. Yesterday was a bit of a struggle. The pain that I'm having in my heel did not get worse today. It's still there. Actually might even be a little bit less than yesterday. I did take a little bit of Advil last night before bed and then this morning, but I haven't taken anything since 4:30 and it's feeling really good right now. So I think that might be on the mend, and with a short day tomorrow and then a 0, I should be all good to go after that. It is, I just took a 0, so there is always that, but I have to keep reminding myself that I have plenty of time, I'm ahead of schedule, and I'd rather take care of an injury early than after it's gone full blown. So weather is still not looking good for Friday, which is when I would be going up McAfee Knob. So taking a 0 not only sets me up for a better day going up there, but also keeps me out of the 100% chance of rain on Friday. So I kind of like that. And then it also gives me the chance to catch up on my vlogging. So I think this is going to be a good 0. It's going to be productive. It's a justified, worthy one. And I think that's about all I have to say. Pretty sure this is day 59. And I will see you tomorrow on day 60.